Netflix's new series, Avatar: The Last Airbender, tackles heavy topics like war and exploitation, and according to actors in it, the showrunners didn't hesitate to depict them in a graphic way. The live-action series is a departure from the animated Nickelodeon show on which it's based on, which only alluded to instances of genocide and murder. Fans of anime, as well as those who adored the original 2005 animated series Avatar: The Last Airbender, have endured a torturous period. The wait is now over to see what the live-action adaptation of Netflix has in store. Fan anticipation has been dwindling with each news article that makes the rounds. The remake leaves off key components of the original tale, such as Sozin's comet and side missions, as well as its well-known sexism. The series concluded with a bang as the tyrannical Fire Lord revealed his true scheme, which was less related to Avatar Aang than one may think. At the conclusion of Episode 8, the Grand Sage revealed that Sozin's comet, a celestial body that significantly amplifies the might of the Fire Nation, is set to make a reappearance, adding to the series' final surprise. So as we await news about if we'll get to see more episodes of the epic Netflix adaptation, here's everything you need to know about that action-packed ending to Avatar: The Last Airbender and what became of all the characters. Aang is enjoying his time as an air nomad as Avatar: The Last Airbender opens, assisted by the all-knowing Gatso, who acts as his mentor. Aang discovers quickly that he is the Avatar, the only one with the ability to master the four elements and bring the four nations together in harmony and peace. Gatso urges Aang to proceed to the next phase of his training, but Sokka and Katara, two Southern Water Tribe members, discover him trapped in a block of ice. The Water Tribe catches Aang up on what he's been missing out on in the real world. Only Aang can stop the Fire Nation from destroying everything in its path as it wages war on the other three nations. Aang is reluctant to take on the role of the Avatar, but Sokka and Katara reassure him, and the three of them embark on an incredible journey. When Fire Lord Ozai learns that Avatar Aang is still alive and at large in the last moments of Avatar: The Last Airbender, his response is unexpectedly subdued. He's surprisingly cool, even though we may have expected him to really shoot the messenger of the flame. That's because Ozai's true goal was to divert attention, not to actually capture Aang and conquer the North. The episode featured King Bumi in chains as the Fire Nation took possession of Omashu, the second largest city in the Earth Kingdom, while everyone's attention was directed toward the north. Now only Ba Sing Se stands between us and the total conquest of the Earth Kingdom, Ozai says. Naturally, Ozai's next aim is Ba Sing Se, the capital of the Earth Kingdom. As for Ozai, he appears completely unfazed when informed that his son Prince Zuko's future is uncertain, maybe because he no longer truly needs him. One of the series' last scenes features his daughter, Elizabeth Yu Zazula, commanding an army. In the final episode, Princess Yu gives her life to save the Moon Spirit, as Dao had threatened to destroy it in order to maintain the Fire Nation's superiority over waterbenders, even at the cost of upsetting the balance of the entire universe. Yu tells that she was touched by the Moon Spirit when she was a child, and that her father begged the spirit to preserve her life, which is how she was able to change into a fox. After locking Sokka in place so he can't stop her, Yu shares this story. She realizes that in order to preserve the Earth and the fading Moon Spirit, she must return the portion of the spirit that has been sustaining her. The moon brightens when Yu makes her sacrifice, indicating that it was successful. In the original cartoon, Yu reappears as the Moon Spirit and tells Sokka, "I'll always be with you." In the live-action series, this sacrifice is treated more as a death. In the live-action program, Yu's father informs Sokka that he was powerless to save Yu. Together, Aang, Katara, and Sokka beat Zhao and Zuko to wrap off the story. Katara is invited to stay and assist in training the next generation of waterbenders, but she turns him down, preferring to accompany Aang on his quest to become an elemental master and preserve the planet. She offers to teach him how to bend water. The devastation caused by the Fire Nation breaks Aang's heart and implies that he has failed in his role as the Avatar. He is advised to concentrate on the tasks at hand by Katara and Sokka. They obviously don't know that earthbending has been taken over by the Fire Nation, but they intend for Aang to learn waterbending from Katara, and then return to Omashu to acquire it. In the last episode, Zhao confronts Zuko and informs him that his father has only been using him to inspire his sister Azula. Zhao loses control and blows the other person out of his path, but he is not completely killed. When Iroh counterattacks Zhao's attack on Zuko, Zhao is unprepared and the commander ends up falling into the lake underneath them. Zuko and Iroh look down on what looks to be Zhao's burning body as he meets his fate. Iroh and Zuko survive the fight together, and they are last seen boarding a tiny boat. Iroh asks Zuko what he wants to do, but he answers he doesn't sure. He seems a little broken. Iroh instructs him to go to bed, but it seems like the prince has more in store.